All right, let's talk about that. So the idea for today is that we're gonna make you guys look at the art as if you guys are the ones who created it. So what we want you to do is go ahead and we're gonna give you like 10 minutes or so to take a quick survey of like the whole building. Make sure you visit all 3 floors and work on every floor, and pick out something that's your favorite piece or maybe your least favorite piece or whatever, and you're gonna own that like it's your own painting, and we're gonna all stand around and have a critique of it, and you're gonna defend it like you created it. Hopefully we're trying to give you guys a perspective of what it feels like to be on the receiving end of the critique. And it also is going to help you to think more critically about the painting. You're going to have to really dive deep. And people are going to ask you questions, and you're going to be like, I don't know, but you're going to have to fight through it and think about the things that we've talked about, and think about all the different things that you can say about the work and how it makes you feel, and what you think that the person who is creating it might have been feeling. So you have to empathize with the work. We're going to be using all possessive pronouns. So you're going to be saying, like, this is my piece, like, this is my idea behind this piece was to do it this way or whatever. So you really have to like get into the role of being the student artist. So with that being said, everybody take a few minutes, let's look around, and everybody pick out your favorite piece or your least favorite. And again, there's work all 3 floors, so don't be shy to go off downstairs.
The reason I made this the metal aperture for it is I wanted it to be in sort of a vase, but I didn't want it to be vase shape. I just wanted it to have something to contain it. And I didn't want it to be like too precious or cutesy or perfect looking, so I did a lot of wrapping with copper wire around it to make it look a bit more natural, like lines or wild, I guess you could say. And then I also, you can see the work of where it's connected, the aperture is connected to make a cup shape to hold the glass in. And I did that, I didn't like polish it or make it look too perfect, because I wanted to keep it looking raw and natural.
All right, we're going to do this a little bit this time. I'm going to get somebody to describe it now, and then we're going to ask questions about it. Yeah, it's your turn to describe it to somebody who's never seen it before. I think it would be really helpful if everybody closed their eyes. I know that sounds kind of crazy. I always close my eyes and just let just her word describe what it is. Think about it that way.
Okay, the piece is on a white wall, really high ceilings. It is placed alongside other pieces similar to it with brass and glass. There's a glass blown.
Okay. All right, so.
Is that like a rejection of something within yourself? Like, is that some sort of psychological rejection of your emotions or something? Or you keep talking about not wanting it to be perfect and it being raw? What is that about for you?
Well, I think a lot about glass objects, like there's a lot of glass art objects, and so like what you have is just sitting on a table or standing on a table, and they don't really confront you in a way that I wanted this piece to confront you, like they're just sort of aesthetically pleasing. And that's nice, and I think that the flower form would normally be aesthetically pleasing, but I didn't want it to be just aesthetically pleasing, I wanted it to be sort of confrontational, and you don't really get that with this sort of floral natural form. Like you might have confrontation in nature, but you don't get it when you have like a soft, figuratively beautiful flower.
All right. Can you talk to me a little bit about how it feels to be in that position of trying to defend, obviously not your own art, but if it was your art, what it would feel like to be kind of in that moment? Was it pressure? Was it nerve-wracking?
I mean, if this was my own piece, I'd be pretty embarrassed if I hadn't formed it to be like a child representation, and then everyone else thought it was.
Well,
You don't want your art to be taken like the complete wrong way.
Yeah, that's a valid fear because it's definitely something that happens a lot.
It does.
It's always something to think.
In the eye of the beholder.
Like
Yeah.
her flower.
Yeah, when Ellie asked if I had like some psychological stuff I want to talk about in relation to the flower, I was like, no.
wow, is my psyche really showing right now?
Yeah, the girl who made the piece, it's about her anxiety. And that's why I was wondering if you saw something in the piece that she intended for it, and you didn't. So it's really interesting how that
the
works.
bottom part makes me anxious, like the looking at that, like.
So maybe you were thinking it, but didn't think to like verbalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about so but everyone can start to see how that if this was your piece, that it would be so hard to have people standing here and objectively talking about it and not understanding where you're coming from. I think it's kind of it can very quickly turn into like a very attack field. It's a being a critique is a hard thing. It's a very difficult thing.
Yeah. It is called Column Stump, and I was inspired by the environs of being in the UVA community and the focus people have put on the columns of the rotunda. I think there's a lot of focus on how aesthetically unpleasing they are, with the black capes supporting the upper parts. And so I wanted to make it a little bit more organic and sort of test the liminal boundary between column and totem pole. So the structure itself is supposed to be reminiscent of a column, but the material is supposed to echo a more natural form. So that's why I chose wood.
Who wants to talk about it? Alright, eyes closed.
Okay, this is a wooden sculpture. It's about 8 feet tall. It's straight, it looks like a tree. The bottom starts with 2 spirals. They are about a foot in height each. And it looks like a road going around the body. On the other side are little ridges. And it looks like they used a tool to carve out part of the wood. And then at the top it goes back into the spiral at the bottom and into the square.
Good.
It took me about 3 months, and I spent a long time choosing a particular piece of wood.
Showing you a cross section where you see the circumference and the rings sort of encircling each other. But I did want to show how the natural degradation of something, so you get these lines with age and with stress, that I think actually add a certain level of complexity and variation that's unique to this particular piece of wood.
You mentioned that it's supposed to also reflect the totem pole, and you said tribal. Is that supposed to reflect a certain type of like, culture, or I guess primitivism?
If I said tribal, that was mixed up on my part. But it is supposed to show a crossover among cultures, and I think it's interesting the way people have become so emotionally attached to the columns of the rotunda to a point of almost wanting to protect them in the same way people might have a spiritual attachment to a totem pole and have it as sort of a bearing or an image, a focal point of their society. I think we definitely use the columns as a way to sort of say this is who we are.
Say the wrong thing. All that people have that are listening to you talk is what you're saying and what they're looking at, and they don't understand exactly where you're coming from. So when you say something like tribal or something like that, if somebody clings onto that, they'll just keep hounding you. Like, oh no, just say tribal. Like, what does that mean? You're like, I didn't really mean it like that, but like.